will never mention this company's name. It was the most toxic work environment that I've ever experienced in my life. Hey guys, my name is Janaire and I'm a licensed esthetician. I'm also a laser hair removal technician. I wanted to talk to you guys about how I became a laser hair removal technician. It is a question that I get a lot, especially because it's a very high earning career. I made the most money in life by being a laser hair removal technician, and I just want to tell you guys about how I got into it. Beauty, beauty has always been a part of my life. My mom, she did hair for a really, really long time. And then my grandmother, she did nails. She also baked and she did a lot of other things, but she was in beauty. And as well as one of my aunties, she was also a cosmetologist. So beauty has always been a thing for me. The only thing is, I knew I wanted to do something in the beauty industry. I just didn't want to do hair. I didn't want to do nails. I don't have the patience for nails. I don't have the patience for hair. I don't even want to do my own hair. I barely can do my own hair. I was working for an insurance agency at the time, and I was just very unfulfilled in that job. I was good at it as far as the sales portion of it go, but something happens to someone's property. You know how people feel about their stuff. They're calling you, they're going off on you, they're talking about rates and all this other kind of stuff. And it just was something that I really wasn't interested in doing anymore. So I was looking for options as far as like schools, like what schools to go to and things like that. And I was going to sign up for Georgia State to become a dermatologist. I knew I wanted to do something in skincare. I just didn't know what. Mind you, whole time I wanted to do makeup. So, I'm up here trying to figure out school options and things like that, sign up with Georgia State, talking with an advisor, and she goes, "It sounds like you want to do what my esthetician does." And I'm like, "What is an esthetician?" So she kind of gave me the rundown for that and then kind of like sent me on my way. So 2019, I signed up for aesthetic school here in Atlanta. I actually went to aesthetic school in Alpharetta. It's like right outside of Atlanta. I went to Paul Mitchell Asani, and that is where my aesthetics journey. The reason, like out of all the things you can do as an esthetician, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna learn how to do makeup. I wanted to learn how to do my own makeup just because I wasn't 1,000% confident at the time. I wanted to learn how to do my makeup mostly so that way I can just be presentable, and then I can also help other women feel good about themselves as well. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go there and learn makeup. Signed up for aesthetic school, didn't learn a lick of makeup. Didn't learn, well, we learned like theory, but we didn't learn like makeup placement and how to do like faces. Like I wanted to do bridal, I wanted to do runway, I wanted to do things like that. And it's not anything that they really went in depth in or covered. A lot of the girls that were doing makeup, they just already knew how to do makeup. They were like true artists and they just needed their esthetician license so they can go ahead and just get into the field. A lot of the girls, they already knew what they wanted to do. There were girls there on the first day. They're like, how do you get into medical aesthetics? Like, that's what I want to do. That I want to be on the medical side. And I'm just sitting up there like, oh, I didn't know that there was medical aesthetics and things like that. They already went in knowing what they wanted to do. So I'm just like, dang, I'm just here to learn makeup. So as the program went along, um, doing facials, learning the basics, our hand movements, learning skin types, just things like that. We finally got into the portions where we were using like machines. And using machines, I was just like, oh, okay, I like results driven treatments. So that's basically what I started to like. Like I liked doing chemical peels. I liked doing microdermabrasion. I liked doing things like that. And talking to the instructors at that point in time, they're like, oh, you have to be an esthetician many, many years before you can even think about getting into the medical part of aesthetics. And right after I completed all of my hours, I finished my hours. I finished February 2020, like right at the end. I took my aesthetics licensing in March of 2020, and then the great shutdown, the great shutdown happened, is what I call it. So everything shut down. I was working at Sephora part time as well, and I was devastated because I was just like, I didn't set up here, went to school, got licensed, and now we can't even be close to people, hovering over people, trying to do a facial. and stuff like that, because people are out here dying. People are getting sick, you know? So, yeah, went into a slight depression. But as soon as everything opened back up, I started applying. Like, I was applying crazy. I was applying everywhere. At the time, I had a friend that was working at a med spa. She was working at one of the a well respected med spa here in Atlanta. And she basically was just like, girl, you need to get your laser license. Like, if you want to work at a med spa, you got to get your laser license. So I did that. I got my laser license at Dermani Med Spa. It was a real quick and easy process. I got licensed. And then after that, I shot my friend my resume, and her location wasn't hiring, but I was able to get on at a different location. Funny enough, it was back in Alpharetta, which is a little dry for me, but I didn't mind it. Like, I was getting my foot into the door. And that's basically how I became an esthetician, a medical esthetician working at a full service med spa, and also doing laser hair removal. So working at Dermani Med Spa, it was really cool. It was where I got the bulk of my education, because you do, of course, learn in aesthetic school, but just working with the other girls, and then learning protocols with the brands and things like that, you get most of your knowledge on the job. So that's where I picked up a bulk load of my information. That's where I made mistakes. Um, and mistakes do happen as far as treatments, but you're working under someone. So it's just like, that's where you need to make the mistakes, like when you're not footing the bill, unfortunately. I know a lot of people that go solo straight out of school, and they made a lot of mistakes that, they were kind of career ending. So you just want to make sure that you get further education outside of school. And I was able to get that by working with a larger company. You learn things from other estheticians, like different tips and tricks and stuff like that. So I worked at Germani for about 2 years, right at 2 years. And from there, I started applying, because even though I was getting paid pretty decently for somebody right out of school, I wanted more. That's all. I just wanted more. Um, I then found another company. They were going to pay me $8 more than what I was making, on top of tips and commission. So I was just like, this is a no brainer. So I went on ahead and did that application process and got the job. I will never mention this company's name. I will never mention this company's name. It was the most toxic work environment that I've ever experienced in my life. And I actually just left it. I actually just left that company. Today is like February 21st. I left January 26th. So it's been a little bit over a month, and it's the best thing that I've ever done. Um, it's just been the best thing that I've ever done, honestly. But Germani was a very good, safe starting space as far as like laser. But the company that I went to afterward, they had a more advanced laser, and that's where I got all of my laser training. Really, from being overworked, I feel like I'm a beast now at laser. Like, I am. If anyone were to ever ask me, I would say that I am an expert with laser hair removal, the functioning of laser hair removal, how it works, the do's, the don'ts. I feel like I could troubleshoot the machine very well. If someone were to have some type of reaction, I know exactly what happened to cause the reaction. Yeah, I am truly an expert now at laser hair removal. So that is one thing that I can say that I gained from working at that company. But it's also where I made the most money that I've ever made in my life. Um, People tell you that like six figures or more is possible. Yes, it definitely is. Especially as an esthetician, like, beauty isn't going to go anywhere. Like, people will spend their last money to get their hair done, to get their nails done, to make sure their skin looks good. So beauty is definitely an industry that you want to be in. And now, after 5 years of working for corporations, um, I'm finally solo. So this video basically is the beginning of my journey as a solo esthetician, laser hair removal technician in Atlanta. If you guys want to follow that journey, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ask me questions. This is a safe sharing space. A very impromptu video as well. Like, I just set the camera up and just hit record. I'm getting ready to go to bed, honestly. But yeah, I want this to be a space where we can share, we can learn. You can follow my journey as a solo esthetician now, no longer a corporate esthetician. If you have questions about life as a corporate esthetician, we can talk about that. You can do a day in the life with me. We can do that. Just let me know what you guys would like to see from me. And once again, my name is Janaire, Laser Tech Extraordinaire. I coined that. Like, that's going to be my new title. So, yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.